to be attending the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City in the fall of 2016-2017, and I am a JA community hero. Well, in my junior year, I think it was the first time I experienced JA through my teacher, Miss Creamer. It was the class Marketing and Entrepreneurship at Town Center, and we heard a lot about JA. I think one of the things that you guys sponsored, was it the stock market challenge? Okay, yeah, you guys. It was the stock market challenge, and we had a lot of fun doing that. It was very stressful, but a lot of our team members ended up in the top 10, and it was like, whoa, like, this is real. This is actually how they do it. It was like exposing us to stocks and things like that, and I was just really surprised that you guys would put on something for a younger audience, just to like get us to be entrepreneurs and really like show us the different avenues that we could have for income and just for our capital interests and anything that we wanted to do in the future. It was kind of like my first exposure to that. In the company program, that was my second experience with JA, probably my third actually, and it was during my senior year, 2015-2016, and that was so challenging. I think one of the biggest, like, even though we had mentors, they were great, Bob and Floyd, they were really, really great. They were always there every Monday. I think my biggest influence was still my teacher, because she didn't let us give up. Like, she made us go through it, and there were so many times where we didn't want to do it, but she was like, we definitely have to learn it, and we definitely had JA, the site, to help us figure it out. And we were just going through it, and I was like, why is this so difficult? My company's name was Freed Minds, and I was the president of it, and I was just like, I don't want to be a leader. Like, at one point, I swear, I was like crying. I was just like, this is too much. But like, she pushed us through it, and honestly, when it came to the Spark Tank final, or the like flash round, the lightning speed round, when it was all said and done and we presented, I really learned a lot. I learned how to work with different people, how to work with a lot of males, and then also being like not in charge, but kind of saying what, kind of having the final say sometimes, and how hard that can be, and just trying to be a leader. It really taught me a lot about that, and I think that without JA, I could have done it at a book, but I wouldn't get the same experience, wouldn't get the same people experience. It just wouldn't be the same. And I definitely it wouldn't have been as hard. It was really hard. And once it was said and done, I kind of realized why it was hard, because people are always like, it's really hard to start your own business. I was like, psych, it's really hard. It's really hard. So I was very grateful for JA and for that entire experience. And now I know that I actually can do it, and I know my capacity and what I'm able to do. It's an organization that isn't for itself, it seems like. It seems like it serves its community so much. And what I learned from some of the mentors that JA provided us with was just that, your legacy is from who you've helped rather than who helped you. And so even though you're wanting to be an entrepreneur, you're wanting to do all these things, be financially successful and then just successful and people know your name, whatever, if you don't help your community, then it doesn't really mean that much. Honestly, there's no reason not to. Definitely become involved in JA in high school. At our age in high school, I know I'm 18 now, but like 16, 17, 18, those are really like impactful years that will set up your future. And I know that's crazy to think, but JA definitely like sculpted how I think and how I wanted to move forward as an entrepreneur, and realized that it wasn't just one set thing that you can do. It was there's a bunch of different avenues, and basically saying you can control it, and you can invest in stocks, you can become the president of a company. You can become the treasurer, the whatever, the financial director, and there wasn't this one set place that you have to be. You can do so many other things, and Jay just kind of opened that avenue for me, especially for kids who don't know what they want to do. I've always said that I know it's common for people to say, "Oh, I don't know what I want to do, so I'll just join the military." But don't do that to yourself if you know you're not set out for it. So I feel like Jay provided another avenue. In school, a lot of the times they show you the math, the science, and they'll say, "Okay, become a doctor," or they'll be like a lawyer or something like that. But there was no kind of like be a business professional, and Jay kind of provided that avenue. Well, the first thing that comes to mind with some of the many experiences that I had with the J company in particular was that my teacher constantly kept telling me, working with, when I said, J kind of helped me to become a leader, is because I was the president of a company where everyone else was the male, and it was like, when we came to choosing like the logo and stuff, and Jay was like, "Okay, well, this is your deadline for the logo." I was like, "Okay, deadline, like, whoa, that's big, like you actually have to have it in on this time." So I was like, "Okay, so let's get it done, let's figure out the color." When I saw a color, it was, lavender or lilac or a plum color, and I wanted to be purple, but didn't know what type of purple. So then they were just like purple. So they were like ready to get it done. Like, my teacher just told me a lot of the times that men see the bear, kill the bear. And then women are like, see the bear, let's analyze the bear, what type of bear is it? And that's what I was doing. And I was like, we have to meet somewhere in the middle. And that was just like, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a stubborn person. I want things my way, so it definitely made me grow as a person overall, and it was just really funny, like, in the end, when I was like, wow. I believe that every person, young, old, in high school, graduated, alumni, should get involved in your JA community as soon as possible. There's no reason not to. You can donate your time, money, energy, anything into it. And JA would be very grateful because it's a company, an organization that changes lives.